Hi guys, myself Manikanta Reddy Veeram, having 4+ of experience in Android mobile application development come training. Just because of passion, I came into this field like training. So today I wish to give some basic introduction about Android. First, what exactly Android is? Before know the definition of Android, here I am having one question, that is, why this much of demand for mobile applications? The question is, why this much of demand for mobile applications? So today I am going to give a clarity on this, why we have this much of demand for mobile applications. According to the survey, the world population is 7 billions and also more. Among that, 5 billions of people are using mobile phones. So there itself, you people have an idea on that what? We have that much of demand for what? Mobile applications. Not only that, today we have a different type of sectors. Like when you talk about banking sector, education, transport, insurance, health, like that we have a different type of sectors in the reality. So every sector having their own domain clients, Every domain client maintains their applications. Before mobile application, every domain clients maintain their applications in desktops or laptops. But right now, every domain client expected their applications as mobile enabled. Why? Why the clients are expected the applications as mobile enabled? The only one thing is the use of mobile phones drastically increased. So that's why every domain clients right now expected their applications as mobile enabled. So when I talk about transport sector, so transport is one sector. They're having some clients like Ola, Uber, Maruti, like that. So Ola cab and Uber, they are right now they are maintaining what applications? Both desktop as well as what? Mobile applications. But right now every end user access their applications in where mobile itself. Why? Because the time basically is what? Time saving, right? When you talk about banking is one sector. Again, they have some clients like HDFC, like what are the banks like ICICI, SBI. They're also every banking maintains their applications in where? Mobiles. So there itself we can say the importance of what? Mobile applications. Okay, fine. So today I am going to give what exactly Android is. I'm going to know what exactly Android is. So in my circle, my friends and my colleagues and my relatives ask me the same question, what is Android? Some people said about that Android is a mobile application, or some people said about that Android is a mobile platform or gaming application, like that. But today, by this video, I am going to give a clarity on this. So what exactly Android is? Android is an open source mobile operating system which is used for smartphone as well as tablet pieces. Android is an open source mobile operating system which is used for smartphone as well as tablet pieces. In this definition, you people heard mainly two things. One is open source and second one is operating system. Second one is what, ma'am? Operating system. So first, what exactly open source is? See, if I am going to develop any type of application in my Android, for that application I need some resources for developing my application. I am going to get that resources from the internet. We can get that resources from the internet at free of cost. Maybe that resources may be softwares, that resources may be APIs, that resources may be official documents. Means when we are going to develop any type of Android application, for that application, if we are going to get any resources from the internet, we can get that resources from the internet at what? Free of cost. So that's why we are going to call Android is a open source. Okay, next, operating system. What exactly operating system is? Operating system is nothing but when I am going to interact with my system, basically I need what? OS. Without operating system, I am not able to communicate with my applications. Suppose I am going to interact with my Facebook application in my desktop. So at that time I need what? OS. Without operating system, we can't able to interact with my Facebook application in where? Desktop. In the same way, when we are going to interact with any type of application on your smartphone, on your mobile, at that time also we need one mobile operating system, that is Android. Android is an open source mobile operating system which is used for smartphone as well as tablet pieces. Clear, guys? Fine. Next we have a question that what are the different mobile operating systems we have in the market right now? What are the different mobile operating systems we have in the market right now? The first one is Android. Android is one mobile operating system is led by Google. Android is one mobile operating system is led by Google. Next, we have one more operating system, that is iPhone operating system is led by Apple. We have one more is Windows mobile operating system is led by Microsoft. We have one more mobile operating system, that is BlackBerry is led by BlackBerry itself, but under control of what? Research in Motion, RIM. Research in Motion. We have one more mobile operating system, that is WebOS is led by Hewlett Packard, HP. We have one more mobile operating system, that is Bada is led by Samsung. We have one more mobile operating system, that is Symbian is led by Nokia. Like that, we have a different type of mobile operating systems we have in the market right now. But here we have a question that why we choose Android. Why you can't this? Why you choose Android? Why you can't this? So we have some advantages in Android when you compare with the remaining things. The first one is Android is a open source. Android is a open source. So just now only we talk about what exactly open source is. And second one is Android mobile application is a platform independent. See, if we are going to develop any type of Android application, we require one operating system. We can develop our Android application in any type of platform, any type of operating system. When we are going to develop our Android application in Windows, we are going to develop our Android application in Linux, Unix, Solaris, Macintosh, like that. But while coming to iOS, iOS is not a platform independent. So when we are going to develop any type of iOS application, we required what? Mac. But for us, we no need to depend on the particular operating system. We have a different type of operating systems we have in the market right now. We can develop our Android application in any type of platform. So that's why you're going to call as what? Android is a platform independent. The next one is user interface. What is that? User interface. See, when we are going to develop any type of application, so before starting your application, so you have to keep in your mind is end user needs and wants. End user needs and wants. If you satisfy end user needs and wants, then only your application will become success in the market. So always end user expects a better user interface. What is that? A better user interface. So I am going to give a clarity today. I will give an example for this. So today we have some messengers like WhatsApp is there, Hike is there, Telegram is there. So like that we have some messengers over there. Here I am asking the one question that why the peoples are mostly interested to interact with what? WhatsApp. Why can't with Hike and why can't with Telegram like that? Because when I'm going to interact with WhatsApp, okay, the main success of WhatsApp is what? User friendly. What is that? User friendly means the 4th and 8th class student is also using WhatsApp. 70 years old age person is also using what? WhatsApp. So there itself we can say the importance of what? Like the use of application is what? Very easy. So like that when we are going to develop any type of application tomorrow, you have to keep in your mind is what the end user needs and wants. If you satisfy the end user needs and wants, the best UI user interface, your application will become success in the market. So that is the one more advantage in the Android. Especially in from Lollipop Androids, Google people introduce a new tremendous technology called what? Material design. By using material design, we are going to design our UI in an effective manner. That is what we are going to do over here. Next, coming to the history of Android. Actually, in the year of 2003, Andy Rubin and his team members designed one mobile operating system, that is Android. In the year of 2003, Andy Rubin and his team members designed one mobile operating system, that is Android. In the year of 2005, Google Corporation took over the Android mobile operating system from Andy Rubin. In the year of 2005, Google Corporation took over the Android product from whom? Andy Rubin. So, in the year of 2008, Google Corporation officially releases their first product with a name called G1, and later it renamed as T-Mobile. What is that? T-Mobile. But actually G1 and T-Mobile is not a Google's product. In the year of 2008, HTC company designed one product called HTC Dream. HTC Dream. So immediately Google will contact with HTC. So whatever the copyrights for HTC Dream, Google Corporation took over this product and from HTC and it renamed into G1, and again it renamed into what? T-Mobile. So G1 and T-Mobile is not a Google's product. It's whose product? HTC product. Okay. Next. Right now we are in where? 2016. So from 2003 to 2016, how many years we have totally? From 2003 to 2005, we have 2 years here, 3 years here, 6 years. Totally how many years? Sorry, 8 years. How many total years? Yes, 13 years. Our Android lifespan is what? 13 years. Our Android lifespan is what? 13 years. In 13 years of Android lifespan, Google people introduced totally 7 versions in Android, like Android 1.x, Android 2.x, 3.x, 4.x, 5.x, 6.x, and what? 7.x. In the version of Android 1.x, Andy Rubin and his team members designed their mobile applications by using what? Android. So in Android 1.x, okay, Andy Rubin and his team members developed their applications, mobile applications. And second, so once Google took over the Android product from Andy Rubin, Google people launching their second version as a Android version, that is what? Android 2.x. Okay, so in this version, Google people introduce whatever the applications we are going to talk about, a Google API application like Google Talk, YouTube, Hangouts, like that. So when we are going to talk about like that, all Google API applications have been implemented in the version of what? Android 2.x. Later on, so Google people thought that, so we have a very good demand for mobile applications, why we can't go for tablets? Means whatever the application we have in mobile, so same application we can develop for what? Tablets. So like that, so 3.x is only meant for, designed for what? Tablet applications. Okay. Next, later on, 4.x. In the version of 4.x, when you compare the 2.x and 3.x versions, there is one small drawback over there. That is, we have to develop a single application for 2 times. One for mobile, one for tablet. If you maintain like this only, definitely we will get a problem in the future. So that's why Google people thought that no need of developing the single application for 2 times, we can develop a single application for only 1 time. So for that, in the version of 4.x version, Google people introduce a new IDE. By using this IDE, we are going to develop single application, mean we can develop only 1 application for what? Both mobile as well as tablet. Okay, but right now our Android Android releases official IDE called Android Studio. Android Studio. Right now we are using Android Studio IDE. By using Android Studio IDE, we are going to develop our Android applications. So before Android Studio, we are using on what? We used on like Eclipse. Okay. Next, coming to Android 5.x. In the Android 5.x version, Android people totally concentrate on user interface design. So in this 5.x version only, Google people introduce a new user interface called what? Material design. So in this version, they have to design what? A better user interface design for our applications. Next, coming to 6.x version. In 6.x version, they introduce the free error permissions. We have in this 6.x version we have both what? Free permissions. Okay, and 7.x we have advanced features for what? Android, that we discussed on when we started the classes over there, right? So the 7 versions we have in the things over here. Next, coming to the Android versions, we heard about all cupcake, donut, like that. I'm going to give a clarity on this. The first version A and B is removing, and the version from C is what? Cupcake, and what? Donut, and what? Eclairs, and what? Froyo, and gingerbread, and honeycomb. After that, ice cream sandwich. Next, jelly bean. Next, Kit Kat. Next, lollipop. Next, marshmallow. Next, nougat. So these are all the versions we have in the right now we have in the market already. See, that's from C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, right? Like this we have a version names we have to be categorized over there. So all the version names, right? So right now we are working on what? We are developing the applications on what? Nougat. So Nougat is the latest version in where? Android. Okay, fine. Next, totally how many versions here, ma? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and remaining A and B is also. That totally 14 versions. Means our Android lifespan is 13 years. In 13 years of Android lifespan, how many versions they release, ma? 14 versions. So still assume we have a Z over there, right? Just for funny thing, just assume that we have 12 more versions we have to launch. Means just assume for 7 to 8 years, 7 to 8 years. In between 7 to 8 years, we have to launch what? Remaining 12 versions. So means if you learn Android right now, you no need to bother about that the next 8 years. We have that much of demand for what? Android. If you learn Android right now, you no need to bother about next 8 years. Okay, that is what we have to concentrate on, what? Like this. Okay, next, especially in DurgaSoft, so we are going to concentrate on the basic level as well as advanced level, like how to working with social API integrations, like how to work with Facebook, how to work with Google Plus, how to work with Twitter, how to work with AdMob, and the new web services like how to work with OBIEE library, so we can how to work with the material design, text input layouts, like Snapbaw implementation, recycler views, card views, right? So like that we have to concentrate on almost all, we have to concentrate on what? Advanced concepts only, right? So we have to touch both basic level Android training as well as advanced level of what? Android training. So in the next session I am going to explain about the Android architecture. Okay, thank you guys, bye.